Miko from Miko in the Dish, and I have a very important topic to discuss with you. So whether you are a novice and know absolutely nothing about the kitchen, or you know the basics and you want to spice things up a bit, regardless, I have 16 of the most essential spices that you must have in your pantry right now. Alright, let's start out with this first seasoning. So, vanilla, and this is a super simple one. Everyone should have it, especially for those who love sweet tooth. Every recipe is going to ask you for some sort of vanilla. What you can do to change things up a bit is get different types of vanilla. I have here Mexican vanilla, which has a little bit more of a warm spiciness to it. So, boom. Number 2. Okay, so for number 2, this is like my all-time favorite ingredient. I cannot lie to you. I cannot tell a lie. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce is good. It goes in everything. I probably put it in everything but my cereal. Alright, ingredient number 3 is vinegar. Whether you have red wine vinegar, balsamic vinegar, white vinegar, apple cider vinegar, the options clearly are endless, but vinegar adds that extra. My number 4. Is it number 4 or number 3? I can't remember. Number 4 is cayenne pepper. Some people have sweet tooth. I think I have a spice tooth, and anytime I want to add a little bit of heat, turn up the heat just a tinge, I add a little bit of cayenne pepper. Does the trick. Oh, seasoning number 5 is curry powder. Now this is one that you probably don't have in your cabinet, but I will say that this one is a warm seasoning that adds a tinge of sweetness, very similar to cinnamon, that goes perfect with like soups. Number 6, I am going to tell you lemon pepper, and this is the reason why. Lemon pepper adds that acidity to your food without adding salt. Seasoning number 7. I mean, this isn't quite a seasoning, but I mean, hot sauce seasons up my plate just as well as a sprinkling of salt and pepper. Make sure you have hot sauce in your pantry. I'm not gonna say another thing. Okay, so for seasoning number 8, Cajun Creole spices. I love like multi-seasoned spices that allow you to get everything in one punch. This is really great for adding a lot of flavor and getting you back to that down south Creole, good old hometown or home style food. And this is not so much a seasoning, but I use it as a seasoning, and that's pesto sauce. You can make it homemade or of course buy it in a store, but pesto has basil, parmesan, pine nuts, oils, all the things that you would want to add to a great Italian dish and even non-Italian dishes. So I would say pesto is definitely a winner when it comes to seasonings. This is a little bit of a cheat. I buy apple pie spice, or you could also buy pumpkin pie spice, but this is another one of those multi-packed seasonings. It has things like cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, all packed in one, and those flavors always go together. Okay. So for seasoning number 11, as we're moving along, it's bay leaves. Don't you just hate when bay leaves? Okay, that wasn't that funny. But I will say that bay leaves add a lot of flavor, particularly with dishes like soups, or that have a lot of liquid in them that needs to flavor a large pot. Okay, so for seasoning number 12, if you're not a believer in the pumpkin pie spice or the apple pie spice, one of those ingredients that you must have in there is ground cinnamon. Regardless, ground cinnamon is a go-to seasoning for both savory and sweet dishes. So for seasoning number 13, we are gonna get Cayenne's smoked out cousin, and that's ground cumin. This freaking seasoning is so good. It adds this deep, smoky, earthy flavor that's really good for things like chili. Number 14, we're gonna go with the good old Italian seasoning, and I like Italian seasoning because it has some of those herbs that you typically want to have, like basil and oregano and rosemary. So you know what, this is one of those multi-purpose or multi-seasoning packed ingredients that are good to have in your pantry. For seasoning 15 and 16, I'm gonna go with the cousins. Granulated onion and granulated garlic. These bad boys are awesome, particularly when you don't have the fresh versions of these. I love these because they're super concentrated with flavor, and they're great for seasoning up pretty much everything. Hey, I was trying to stay under 16. but listen, I have one more. Honey, I love this particular ingredient because it's multi-purpose and it's a great natural sweetener. Okay everybody, that is my 16 ingredient plus one roundup. If you want more flavor just like this, make sure you head on over to MikoInTheDish.com.